How y'all doing?
Can I have your patch?
What?
Yeah, that's probably.
No, look at her. Pay for them. You guys really have to say last time?
I'm ready for the bed.
2 Charles, 3 Charles, Adam, 5 Charles, Victor, 2 Adam, Henry, 1 2, 5 8 3 9.
You never had tags in the back?
Not. I just purchased this car, so that was the CarMax paper that I gave him because I just purchased this. So
CarMax, did they give you a temp tag?
I had a temp tag on it, yeah. But MVA, I even tried with them. They don't deal with me. I went to MVA. They said you're foreign, so they was like, it was nothing for me to do. So I threw the tags on there, but they told me, they said you're foreign to us, because they asked me, they sent me to a manager. I went to the desk and spoke with someone actually first, and the lady kept saying, well, you got to use Social Security. I said, but I don't operate under Social Security numbers and all that stuff. And I pulled up.
Where you from?
I'm from here. But I'm just, it's just a difference. I'm nationalized. I'm just not, I don't go under the U.S. citizen umbrella. I just go under international law. So when I went there, I still went because I knew I would run into problems like this. I knew I would. So I was explaining everything to her, and I pulled up, you know, the stuff relating to all that, the codes and all that say stuff and regulations about far as using Social Security numbers, and that you're not supposed to deny the benefits if you don't have if you don't use those type of credentials. And she sent.
From here, you were born here, but you're not a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, exactly. It's complicated. It's a lot of study.
Sovereign citizen?
It's not. I'm not trying to be funny or smart, but you can't, sovereign and citizen, you can't be both. It's two things that they put together. It's either you sovereign or you a citizen of the United States. And I'm considered sovereign, but sovereign still goes under, we still operate under international law. So it's not like I'm just freelancing and doing what I want. That's why I keep all this stuff in the car with me. And if y'all don't mind, do y'all mind looking at this? I just want to show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to.
You ever had a driver's license?
No, I just never operated really with it, but I want to actually show y'all something. There's some paperwork that I keep in here to show you about that card that I just actually gave you, the national ID card.
You never had a driver's license?
No.
So why are you driving?
I'm not I'm it's like I said, we suffer for a lack of knowledge. I'm traveling. Driving is operating in commerce.
Good luck.
These 3 documents in the absence of a national identity card. Then it goes into the birth certificate, driver's license, and all this stuff. I carry this, my national identification card.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
So that's why I keep all this stuff with me, because everybody's not educated or know what's going on as far as with these things. That's why I keep this stuff with me.
What do they give you?
They don't give me nothing. They straight deny me. They deny me. They don't give me not one thing. They deny me. I went in there. I have tried.
Talk to a supervisor?
Yeah, that's what they sent me to. When I was at the counter talking to the lady, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna have to send you over to your manager." I said, "Cool." So the one manager came out. It was a lady, and she was like, well, you need Social Security. And I said, I don't use none of that stuff. And then I pulled up the codes, the stuff regulating, saying far as the non-privileges and stuff because of using Social Security. So she went back and got another manager. So the manager was like, well, are you a U.S. citizen? I said, no. He said, you're foreign to us. and he said you have to get foreign credentials, like basically like what I had, my national identity card, being in like we can't. He was like, we can't deal with you. That's what he
I
told me.
understand what he's saying. I understand that part of it, but for you to, you're not a citizen here, but for you to drive here, you have an address here, you have to have a driver's license here.
Well, I just have that's just like, you know, like the mailing address and stuff. They don't provide me that stuff. I'm telling you, I have went in there, they don't provide me with it. They don't, because they tell me I'm foreign and that I can't use it.
So they won't give you a driver's license?
I wish I messed up because I didn't record it when I was in there. I should have been like recording the interaction with me trying to do these things, and
gotta be somebody you can talk to.
And they would not let me.
They won't even issue you a driver's license.
They won't issue it to me. They're not going to do it because they want it attached to a social security number. So they not going to do it. And I don't have social. I don't
How
do
long
it.
have you been like this? Like all your life, or?
I'm just it's just in my blood. It's just something that I'm born into. It's not nothing like I go and like somebody just like ordain me or something. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so you've been like
so it's not like it's not like a cult or something like somebody ordained me. Yeah, it's just in my bloodline. It's just something that's in me. It's not nothing that I go to somebody and they like, well, we ordaining you this or things of that nature. It's just who I am. But like I said, I tried to go to MVA. I went to MVA, and this is how they did me. They just was like, we're not dealing with you because of I didn't have none of this stuff, the birth certificate and all the things of that nature that I didn't.
So were you born here?
Yes, I was definitely born here.
So this is something new to me too, because I thought everybody that was born here, you were issued a birth certificate.
It's just
and a social. It's
right under the U.S. citizen guideline, but it's difference between being national and a United States citizen. It's a difference between it. That's exactly why I carry all this paperwork, because nobody, like, people don't know.
What is your mom? Is she a citizen?
Well, she consider herself that stuff, but I'm just nationalized. I'm nationalized. So because it's either you partake in that or you nationalize.
So do you have a problem like when it comes to you getting a job and stuff like that?
It's so like, because the same way I have to explain all this to y'all, I got to do the same thing with them. I have to explain and keep paperwork on me to show things for just the lack of knowledge of the concept of this stuff.
So you don't have any documentation of birth, basically?
Just my cards, just all that stuff I gave them. The card, the travel card that got the stuff on it, and my actual national ID card that I gave the officer.
Have you ever gone by a different name?
Gone by a different name? No, I just always consider myself that. I never gone by like something else.
Okay.
So
have you ever got pulled over?
this is my first time, but I wasn't wishing for it to happen, but I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Yeah, because you driving without a tag,
I knew it was coming, but like I said, the car isn't insured, everything. So I'm not doing nothing like where I'm just out here reckless.
Yeah.
I have clearly see that that's identification. I'm clearly a block away from where I go in at. So
now that part you're straight with. The part about not having a driver's license, that's the issue.
Yeah, but the driver's license thing is just, they don't give me that because they say it's operated for the conduct business and all this stuff. But
where you have to figure out a way and who to talk to in order to get it, because that's the only thing here that's wrong.
but they not going to issue it, and it's all in conducting like business. Driving is like conducting business. Like if I'm a taxi driver or things of that nature, or you know what y'all do, y'all conducting business because y'all do business. I'm not doing business. I'm just going from point A to point B. Like this, it's just a traveling.
They'll have to have a
It's just a traveling
valid
thing.
driver's license stuff. To
But-
drive in the state of Maryland.
But listen, this is what I'm talking. This, in the absence of a national identity card, then the individual establishes identity in the United States. The 3 documents are. Then it goes into this. But this is the prime mean one, is what I'm saying. That's why I showed you this paperwork, because it's saying in the
That's
absence.
just like with us. I am a U.S. citizen.
It's saying in the absence.
I have birth certificate. I have the identification card. But even though I'm still a U.S. citizen, I'm born here, raised here, I have all of that, I still have to have that Maryland driver's license.
Well, that's because because you're a U.S. citizen. I'm not, though. That's the difference. That's why I said in the absence of this, I gave him, I don't know if you've seen it, but he has my national identity identification. He has it. So that's all it is. But that's why I got to carry this stuff with me, because...
Have you ever thought about getting a lawyer? Like an international lawyer, so that they can walk you through...
No, because I basically just did all the...
You did all the homework yourself, but you may have to contact an international lawyer so that they can give you the ins and outs of it.
I mean, I'm basically giving y'all all they gonna do is the same exact thing that I'm doing with y'all. It's not gonna be no different. It's gonna be the same thing. He can't tell y'all, or it's nobody that can tell y'all different, or somebody that can speak for me and be like, oh, this, that. It's just this type of stuff. It's black laws, dictionaries on it. It's just all that stuff is the law. So that's the international law that I operate under. I'm still under law. I don't just freelance like, oh, I'm just on top of the world. I can do what I want to do. No, that's not how I carry it. It's just that I'm nationalized. I just don't go under the whole U.S. citizen thing because I'm not a U.S. citizen. Okay. But like I said, this is my identification. That's why I asked you, do you mind looking at it? Because that's why I keep all this stuff on me.
You definitely need to talk to an international attorney, because there's something that's missing. I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm not disputing
either.
What you're telling me is wrong, because I honestly 100% believe what you're telling me, because I've heard of it.
Yeah, I'm not disputing.
I definitely think you should consult with an international attorney just for consultation, so that you can walk them through and let them know, like, how can you go about daily driving from point A to point B, whether it's personal or whether it's for business.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, because
you don't fall under our guidelines.
Right. But although, like, don't get it twisted. Like, although I don't fall under y'all guidelines, it's a peace treaty. So it's still respect. Like, if it's still a respect thing. Like, if y'all got a posted speed limit, say 25, I'm doing 30 or whatever, y'all want to stop me and be like, you know, what's the problem? This and that. But it's still like I said, it's a peace treaty. It's still respect. Just because I'm not under certain umbrellas don't mean I'm just out here doing what I want. I still have to operate under law. I still do something. I can still go to prison or whatever the case may be. I'm not subject different from nobody. I just operate under international law. That's it. It's just a difference.
Yeah, it's different.
That's all it is.
One of my nurse friends, her husband is an international attorney.
Really?
And he would deal with stuff like that. But you know, I didn't get into it too much. But she was a citizen, so she was my friend.
Yeah.
But
I know it's probably y'all first time hearing it, but
it's not my first time hearing it. But
that's why I keep all this stuff
we
with
don't
me.
run into it that much here in the city.
Yeah.
It's not the first time we run.
Okay.
What's your first name?
Rainier. It's Rainier Jabir Bay.
Okay, and Bay's your last name?
Yeah, Rainier Jabir Bay. It's just together like that.
because if not, you'll get stopped every time.
I already know I'm gonna go through this problem, but
You'll get stopped every time, and then you may get
I'm
may get that officer that don't have that patience.
I'm just nationalized,
They
but
tow your car, they're gonna do whatever. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying, because I've heard of it.
yeah, and then the problem with that is then it's gonna go through. That's why I keep all this stuff with me. Then that's why I try to explain it, because I don't want it having to lead to having to go into federal court and we gotta explain this stuff. Well, it's not explained because they understand it. They know what's going on as far as with it. Federal and Supreme Court, they know what goes on with it. So it's going to turn into me having to sue and all that, but I don't try to go through all that. That's why I try to explain it to the best of my ability and keep this paperwork on me so everybody has an understanding of what's going on. That's it. But see, all this stuff is, that's why I keep all this stuff with me. It's just Supreme Court rulings.
So your car is insured under you?
Yeah. There's Supreme Court rulings on this. It's case laws.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's case laws. So, and I just operate with that. That's it.
So, like, do you have a social security number? You don't have a social security number, anything?
Don't deal with it. It get deep. I can
So
talk.
it's like-
I can talk all day about this because it
Basically,
get
like,
deep.
You don't exist. You exist, but you don't exist.
No, I exist.
You exist, but like, let's say,
I'm not gonna say that. It's just
for
like,
social security purposes and stuff like that. Like, as far as like retirement and stuff like that.
yeah, like it's just I don't just
Yeah.
deal with any of those that type of stuff. That's it.
Not that you don't exist, but it's like, you like
I definitely
yeah, you
exist.
exist, but it's almost like you're a ghost.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Does this come from your dad or your mom? Or
I mean, it's just something. It's a loss. It's basically, how can I put it? It's a lost history. It's a saying out there, our people are suffering for a lack of knowledge, and this is where all this stuff stems from. So that's all it is. So that's basically what it is.
yeah.
I don't have time to like really be no teacher, crack open a whole bunch of books and show y'all, but no. But but that's why I keep all that stuff. Black laws, dictionaries, and all that stuff. I got to keep it because the way I operate, the way I'm operating, I have to do it. And like I said, NBA, they don't deal with it. So. But I just purchased this car. Just purchased it. So. And when I went with them, see, I'm just like, all right. So when I'm filling out applications for jobs, I don't check the box that say U.S. citizen. I got to check the box that say authorized alien to work. And then on my actual national identification card, I have a tax exempt number. So I put that number on it, and that's how I do my jobs and stuff like that. That stuff I gave them is legit stuff. So
with you said you just purchased this car. Did you have a car before this?
no.
Okay. And I was gonna say, did you have to go through this before?
No. I just got this and. But I seen I don't know who he is. I guess he like the supervisor. He seemed like he a little tick, but I'm just trying to explain it to him. He like, yeah, good luck with that. I'm like, just explaining it, sir.
Not everybody takes the time for knowledge, and not everybody has patience.
Patience, right? And I can tell he's kind of one of them, but I'm just explaining it to him how I operate.
And that's like I have a friend. Her husband is an international attorney, and she, you know, she would tell me little stuff. You know.
That's all. This stuff it gets deep. It's deep, but.
And she was a citizen here, but she's from. Oh my God, where is she from? She's from one of them countries, but she's a citizen here. She's a nurse here. She's a citizen here, but she's from one of them countries somewhere. I can't even say the name of it. So she used to tell me a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this stuff it gets deep. So,
Good, I'll stand by. Jump down here real quick.
That's why I just keep all this stuff in here with me. And even with this book, I pulled this. That's why I just keep all this stuff like.
We're still looking into it, man.
I know it's not simple. People lack the knowledge in it. It's fine. I'm just sitting here waiting.
I don't know about lack of knowledge, but everybody's born with like a birth certificate and a social. Even if you don't recognize it, like at birth, were you born in a hospital?
No, I don't. I mean, I was born in a hospital, yeah, of course, but
a birth certificate and a social.
well, I don't have no social or anything, so.
How old are you?
I'm 32. Yep, 32. So you said you ran into people with this
No, I mean,
similar.
I kind of like know what you're talking about because I remember her telling me about it. I used to work with a nurse in Central Booking.
Oh, okay, okay.
And her husband was an international attorney, and she was, tell me her.
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Her name was Diablo, but I don't know where she was. She wasn't from here either, but she was a citizen here.
Okay.
But I don't know, like her and her husband, they're not from here. So, but she would tell me, I mean, I've heard of it. I've just never had to deal with it, being a police officer.
I thought it was going to turn out okay for me because I heard one of them say they dealt with it before. And then he kept saying the sovereign citizen thing. I'm like, I'm not a sovereign citizen because being you can't be both of them. You either have to be a citizen of the United States and sovereign. When you're sovereign, you're just nationalized. That's it. They still operate under law. It's not like they can go out here and do what they want. They still have, it's still law we go by. That's it. And then I know I don't make it no better in this neighborhood, because
Right.
trust me, I know. So I know it don't make it no better. I mean, I know they probably, sometimes you can stereotype, because like, I'm in here and no, I know that. I already know what it is. No, I'm just talking about. No, I'm just talking about just riding through here and knowing this area how it is, and then seeing my actual what I'm doing that is gonna. But in the same breath, it's no hurt, harm, it's no danger. I'm just traveling, and that's it. But they turned the lights on like it was an emergency or something, but.
I'm doing this more time this week. It's like spend time with you. Where'd you get those blue cuffs?
9 more years trying to do it. Huh?
You got it. Why do you live with it?
I haven't even been looking to apply for nothing.
Go somewhere else. Why stay in the phone?
Tired.
Exactly. Go somewhere else. It's nice and relaxing.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of the units too, it's all in who you know and who they want. Nine more years. After this, 9 more years. Nothing. Not working no more. Take me a trip with my bitty friends every 3 months. I'm working no more. I want to relocate.
Worth it.
I want to relocate to Texas. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd even like to buy me a bungalow next to some water. That's what I really want. How many more you got?
Wait.
How long is it?
I should have just. I thought about it and I was like, man, if I just come like right after school, I'd have almost 20 years.
The crazy part is I asked a few cops before, because I have even used this to get into, like, you know, if I'm going out in events and they identify me, I asked even a few cops, like, are y'all briefed about this? Like, are y'all aware of this? And they have told me, yeah. For us about the nationality and me considering myself Moorish American and stuff like that. And they have explained to me, like, yeah, we briefed on it.
I don't know. I've never experienced it.
So then I have ran into someone that said they're not familiar with it as well
Yeah.
too. So
And I guarantee you, most are not familiar.
Just give me 1 sec, man. Almost done.
all right, cool.
Authority 10, this is check. 1837 Timothy Avenue.
2-3. responsible yet for a CDI. It's anonymous reporting a male selling drugs near the corner subject.
See, I hear your I hear your radio jumping off. So I already know.
That's all day long.
Yeah, I hear it jumping off. So I know. That's why I said it really don't make it, but it's how I operate. I don't know if it'll help if I was thinking about doing that too, but I haven't found the time yet with traveling and back and forth and stuff like that to like I can put y'all on notice too, like type up something and I got send it to like the station so people are aware of you know what's going on. It's like it's a courtesy thing to put it on notice, like that type thing.
You may want to just try and get a hold of somebody so that they can walk you through all this stuff. Okay.
Okay. So
you're good.
All right.
This is just the reason why I stopped you. Okay, my information and why I stopped you.
It's fine. All right.
All right.
Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe.
Thank you.
No, y'all got a dangerous job, so. And like that, people, nationality.
For the record, I would have told you shit. Have a good day.
Bro.